You know that feeling, right? It's the middle of the afternoon, you're deep in the zone, but your eyes start to feel like they're just done. That's the 3 p.m. eye burn. But what if there was a simple, precise reset to fix it without totally derailing your focus? Well, let's dive in.
I mean, come on, how perfect is that? This quote just absolutely nails that gritty, hot, sandy feeling that can completely tank an afternoon. This isn't just about being sleepy, it's a very real, very specific physical thing.
So here's our game plan. First, we'll nail down the problem. Then we're going to unpack why it's happening in the first place. After that, we'll get into the good stuff. The 5-minute fix, how to take breaks that actually, work, and then how you can prove it all to yourself with a super simple 7-day experiment.
Yeah, that feeling is so predictable for a very good reason. And you know what's great? If something is predictable, it is almost always fixable. This isn't you failing. It's just a pattern, and we are about to break it.
And this right here, this is the core idea. The big takeaway is that we are not fighting some giant, unbeatable monster. Nope. We are dealing with a stack of little, tiny things, and that means the solution isn't one magic pill, but a simple sequence of steps that just unstacks the problem.
Okay, so what are these tiny drains? Let's pull back the curtain and look at the 4 layers that build up to create this afternoon stack of eye strain. You know what's so fascinating is how these things build on each other. So first, you start blinking less. You're in a blink debt. That leaves your eyes exposed. Then, layer 2. Dry air from a vent or fan starts evaporating your tear film way faster. Then, your eyes get physically locked into that close-up focus. And finally, screen glare adds that last bit of friction. By 3 p.m., the whole stack just topples over.
And this little story just nails it, doesn't it? This shows how powerful just one of those layers can be. A simple environmental change, sitting under a vent, can literally double the problem. It proves our eyes aren't just giving up. Our environment is often quietly sabotaging us.
So, you're probably wondering, okay, is this actually going to work for me? Well, you don't have to guess. We can run a quick little micro test right now.
Okay, seriously, do this with me right now. First, find something at least 20 feet away. Could be across the room, out a window, whatever. Just rest your eyes on it for 20 seconds. Okay, now do 10 really slow, full blinks. Make sure your eyelids gently touch. Don't squeeze them shut, just a nice, easy blink. Okay, did you feel that? Even a tiny bit of relief? Maybe a little less tension, a little less grit? If you did, that is fantastic news. It means your eye burn is almost definitely caused by that stack we talked about, blinking, focus, and environment, which is exactly what this reset is designed to fix.
All right, now for the main event. This is the heart of it all. The exact 5-minute sequence designed to deconstruct that afternoon stack without completely pulling you out of your workflow.
Now, the order here is really, really important. First, you calm the system down. Just warm up your palms and gently cup them over your eyes. This is like a mini reboot for your nervous system. Then, you re-wet the surface with those slow, full blinks. Third, you release that focus lock by looking into the distance. Fourth, you reduce the workload. Just bump your font size up and match your screen brightness. And finally, you protect your eyes from that invisible enemy, airflow.
Okay, let's talk about making this stuff stick. Because most of us, when we take a break, we just switch from a big screen to a smaller screen with even smaller text. Come on, we all know that's not a real break, it's just a different flavor of strain. A real break has to actually change the conditions for your eyes. So let's be super clear, scrolling your phone, not a break. A break that works, like our 5-minute reset, or even this cool little hack, the 20-20-20-20 rule, it actively reverses the strain. That little 2 on the end is for 2 slow, full blinks after you look away. It's a game changer.
You want to know the secret to making this a habit? Here it is. Don't just wait until you remember to take a break. That almost never works. Anchor it to something you're already doing anyway. Every time you send an email, bam, 20-second distance gaze. And a Zoom call, bam, do the reset. Your day already has a structure. Just use it.
So beyond the active breaks, you have to remember your environment is either helping you or hurting you all day long. Let's look at 2 incredibly simple set it and forget it fixes that make a huge, huge difference.
That's it. Seriously. This is the single easiest, fastest ergonomic upgrade you can possibly make. Just go into your settings right now and bump up your default font size by 1 little step. It might feel a little weird for an hour, but your eyes don't care about your pride. They just want to stop squinting.
And here are the other 2 workhorses. First, match your screen brightness to the room. Your screen shouldn't look like a glowing beacon in a dark cave. And this one is so important. Make sure air from a vent or fan isn't blowing across your face. It can hit your arms, your body, whatever, just not your eyes. These little tweaks just chip away at the strain all day long.
All right, we have covered the what and the how. Now it's time to stop taking my word for it and actually prove it to yourself. Let's turn all this interesting information into your own personal data.
And this is really the whole point. It's that simple. We want to take all the drama and struggle out of the mid-afternoon. We want 3 p.m. to just be another hour. No more fighting through the burn.
So here's the plan. It's super simple. For 1 week, just 7 days, set a reminder for 2:55 p.m. When it goes off, just quickly rate your eye burn, 0 to 10. Then, do the 5-minute reset we just walked through. At 3:05, rate your score again. That's it. You are literally collecting your own before and after data, and I think you're going to be pretty surprised by what you find.
And really, that's what this is all about. This little experiment turns, well, maybe this will help, into a clear yes or no. In just 7 days, you'll know exactly what works for you. So the only question left is, are you ready to make 3 p.m. feel just like any other hour of the day?